Picture this. A routine call comes in somewhere in Mexico. Police pull up to a body, not unusual in a country where cartel violence has claimed over 450,000 lives since 2006. But this one stops them cold. Because this hitman wasn't just killed. Something was sewn inside him. Not left beside him, not carved into him, inside him. Stitched shut, deliberate, staged. And suddenly, this isn't just a crime scene. It's a sentence written in flesh. Welcome to the most terrifying language in the world, narco body messaging. Today we're going to decode it. Cartels convey social control through corpse messaging, leaving threatening, signatory messages on or around their victims. But sewing something inside the body. That's not a message. That's a masterclass in psychological warfare. That's a cartel saying, we have so much time, so much control, and so much contempt for you that we turned your soldier into a sealed envelope. And we mailed him to your front door. Whether written on cardboard, spray painted onto body-bearing blankets, or carved into skin, narcos engage in ventriloquism, hijacking their victims' agency. The dead are made to speak the cartel's interests. The body isn't a victim anymore. It's a prop, a billboard, a threat wrapped in human skin. Now, what kind of object gets sewn inside a hitman? It could be a rival cartel's insignia, a Santa Muerte figurine, common among the Sinaloa, Juarez, and Gulf cartels. A note, a coin, a body part from another victim. Each means something different. Each is a word in a language rival factions read fluently, and the rest of us are only beginning to understand. The corpse plays a symbolic and propagandistic role in the narco world. Whether branded, decapitated, quartered, or burned, its value is exhibition, deconstructed and reduced to an image. When something is sewn inside that symbol, hidden, requiring discovery, it adds intimacy. It says, we got close enough, long enough, to do surgery on your guy. How does that feel? This isn't even the most theatrical thing cartels have done. La Familia Michoacana announced their existence on September 6, 2006, by crashing a nightclub in Uruapan, firing shots into the air, and lobbing 5 human heads onto the dance floor. Not a press release. 5 heads. Good evening, Mexico. Then there's Hugo Hernandez in Sinaloa, left in 7 pieces across town, his face skinned and stitched onto a soccer ball. A note read, Happy New Year, because this will be your last. Near City Hall. Signed, your enemies. So, which sends a louder message to a rival cartel? A note left on a body, or something sewn inside it? Comment your answer below, because it tells us a lot about who's escalating and who's trying to dominate. That escalation is exactly the point. Cartel violence intimidates rivals, government forces, and civil society. The intentions go beyond consolidating drug routes. It's about psychological ownership, making your enemy feel like they've already lost before the next shot is fired. Cartel members speak through their victims and stage performances of ventriloquial agency. The body message conflation in these executions is their most powerful symbolic means of challenging the state's monopoly on violence. When investigators find an object sewn inside a hitman, they're not looking at a murder. They're looking at a broadcast. And the question becomes, who's the audience? When messages accompany corpses, the narrative of terror is strengthened. The body with something inside it is the ultimate version of that. Because the object is hidden, it requires discovery, requires opening. The message was meant for someone who would look. An investigator, a rival boss, someone who would understand exactly what was found and exactly what it meant. Victims are tortured and mutilated to intimidate rivals, officials, and anyone representing a threat. And here's the cold truth: it works. The fear isn't a side effect, it's the product. The body is the ad campaign. The object sewn inside? That's the slogan. Delivered in a language no dictionary will ever fully translate, by organizations that have turned brutality into an art form and terror into a tool of empire. If you want to understand how cartels hold power, not just through guns, but through the stories they force their enemies to tell, this is where it starts. Not in a boardroom, not in a courtroom. On a road somewhere, in a body someone took the time to stitch closed. Subscribe so you never miss the next chapter of how the most dangerous organizations on Earth speak without saying a single word.